Hello, everybody. Welcome back to A Closed Heart Experience. My name is Jennifer, and this is my husband, John. Great. This is the video I promised you that we were going to make about his stroke in his own words, not mine anymore. We wrote down a bunch of questions here so that I could ask him and he could talk about what he wanted. So basically, I'm going to start this off and he can talk about the day of the stroke if he wants to.
Sure.
What does that mean?
I would be glad to. I'm messing with her. That's all. I'm sorry. I got a chance to mess with her. I couldn't help myself. She's trying real hard, and she's got a husband who's not trying. I apologize to you out there.
Okay, the day of the stroke.
Yes.
What happened the day of the stroke?
Actually, it was the night or morning of, and I got up to go take a leak. And I thought something was wrong because I stumbled left and stumbled right and found the bathroom. And then as I started to use it, I did notice this happening, and sort of. And then I walked out of the bathroom and I fell against a few things, and Jennifer asked me, "Are you all right?" And I have no idea how I responded.
That was when he started telling me to add it up and take it to California.
Which makes a lot of sense to me. However, at the time it wasn't appropriate.
So we jumped in the car and I decided I was going to take you to Anchorage, which was about 4 hours away.
Yeah, it was a while.
And he was the smart one with the stroke and all that said, maybe we should go to Seward. It's only like 45 minutes away. So we started driving and we had our Great Dane with us, and he stepped on the button for the back window and rolled it all the way down. So we had to pull over. It was just a mess getting to the hospital. We had to pull over so that the dog did not jump out of the back of the car. And then we get to the hospital. Do you remember any of that?
Now, I remember you telling me to stay in the car. I do remember that.
That they were going to come and get you?
Yeah. So I did, and I had no idea. But I remember getting, I did feel scared, a little scared. I do remember that.
Do you remember the questions they asked you?
Haven't a clue.
They asked him what year it was, and he said it was 1935. And then they asked him who the president was, and when he couldn't answer that, I knew it was a problem. Because it's his favorite human in the world.
Was Trump?
Yes.
Really? Please sometime.
Yep. So, how did it feel? Well, then, what did they do? They loaded you up?
They loaded me up. They put me on a wheelchair instead of a gurney. And took me in, and that's about all I remember.
Took you in where?
The hospital.
No.
No,
I mean after the doctors looked at you, what happened after that?
Oh, I got on a gurney, and they took me down the hallway, and they were taking me to a helicopter.
I'm surprised you remember that.
I'm taking a pretty good guess because I wasn't driving all the way back to Anchorage.
Do you remember the flight?
Some parts of it. Some parts. Yeah. I won't crack any jokes about it, but yeah, I remember. I remember the first shot coming up, and I thought, that was pretty good.
Shot?
Shots.
Oh, they gave you a shot.
They gave me a shot, and I thought, yeah, that was pretty good. You got any more? And by then, I passed out. So.
Okay. And then I had to go back to the cabin, pack up all of our stuff, clean up, and drive the 4 hours back to Anchorage.
Why don't you tell them about the nice person at the cabin that owned the place?
Oh, yeah, he was very nice.
They came back and offered to...
I can't believe you remember that.
Well, I remembered him because he was a very nice man, and I'm trying to remember... I guess I'd gone down to Seward before.
Yes, we'd been there. That was our second time.
but I talked to the guy, and I didn't think you were with me. Didn't I have some kind of deal down there?
We called him after.
Oh, and before. That's how I
Because he was worried about you.
And before, I'd been there once before to get the information.
We had stayed there before.
Oh, okay.
We stayed there twice.
Yeah, that time was the second time.
Yeah.
I thought we were going further back.
So, and then you go to the hospital.
Yes.
And they release you like 4 days later, and then all hell broke loose.
Yeah, we came back home, and right over there in that chair, was that the new chairs? Mm-hmm. And she went to town, and I laid back, had my bottles by me, or just in cases. Don't remember a thing after that.
That's when he had his first grand mal, which I explained in another video. We don't have to go over that again.
No, I'd rather not. Thank you.
No, because you were in ICU for 7 days, something like that. I don't remember. It all starts to run together after a while.
Did I get sent back to that hospital? Or no, I went to...
You were in ICU for 7 days, then they put you in NCU or something like that for 2 days, and then they sent you home again. And you were fine for about 3 years. And then in January of 23, you had another grand mal that was 6 hours long. I'm sorry if you can hear our dog. Oh, then the camera moved.
Phil. I'm sorry.
And you had another grand mal and was in the hospital for almost 2 months, like a month and a half, something like that.
Yeah, but one of the hospitals was, what's that first one?
Providence?
Providence.
Should we say that?
Well, that's all right. There's only 2 major hospitals there. And then the second one, they took me to regional. And that was a lot better for her because it was kind of like an instant care. They knew it, nothing against the other hospital, but they knew immediately what to do. And they put me on a gurney and put me in a room full of other gurneys and people that were unconscious and out of it. And she came to visit me every night.
Other people were unconscious?
Yeah, there was more than me. It was a whole room full of...
I'm sorry, we laugh about this crap. It's the
yeah.
only way to get through it. So, how did it go from working every day to not? How did it feel?
To be honest,
Mm-hmm.
at the time I didn't even register, but now I worked my whole life and taken very few vacations except with her. When I got up here, feels kind of good to be here.
To be retired.
Yeah, to be out. Here. Yeah, we got a real. I don't know. She wants to go back to Montana, but this is really, to me, a great little house. And she keeps telling me she hates it, but it's a nifty little place. Not little, it's good size.
Do I hate the house or do I hate being away from friends?
She hates
and
being
family?
away from her family in Montana. So, but I don't know. It seems this house has been good to me. So
we were really lucky with his stroke because he did not lose any mobility. He did kind of, and he still at times has the dropsies. That's what we call it. He'll pick something up and 2 seconds later his hand will just let go.
yeah, that's true. And sometimes I'll walk down the hallway and where was I going? that does happen a few times.
What about the finding words part? That's my favorite part because he describes things in ways that you would not expect. It's not a normal explanation. We do a lot of, what color is it? Where is it? Like yesterday you were trying to tell me Shannon Doherty had died or something.
Yeah. That was the, one of the bitches. On the TV show, that's all.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Well, tell them about finding words, how it is in your head.
It's a little weird, and I try to spit them out, and they won't come. And she laughs and laughs and laughs, and then it gets in her head. Now's the time to get even with him. What do you mean? What do you mean? Tell me about it.
How else do we figure it out?
And then I get all frustrated, and I walk down the hall. Yeah.
Could you be honest?
I am. I mean, no, she doesn't do that to me. She tries to help me get it out, and it just gets a little more frustrating when she tries to help me with it.
It confuses him more sometimes.
Yeah, so I just give up and go down the hallway for a few minutes and try to get it. And then about, I don't know, we're asleep.
It helps though when I ask you what color it is, or.
But about 2 or 3 in the morning, it comes to me and I scream it in her head.
That's the weird thing about this stroke. He can't remember that we had a conversation 5 minutes ago. But 3 days later, he can tell you word for word what was said. Oh, sorry, the camera's acting up or moving.
I'm glad she put her hands over that because I'm drinking.
Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, what about everyday stuff? How has it made it more difficult for you? Like brushing your teeth, showering, and...
Showering, it was a little rough. I don't have all the mobility I used to have, so I slowly stand up, and lift the leg over because we have the high-set bathtub. And for a while, I wouldn't do it alone. That's
we had a chair, and...
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, but that, to be honest, it was a good idea, but I kept telling her, you can move it out, and she wouldn't. And it lasted about 2 weeks. And,
it was about a month, 2 months before I felt safe enough for you standing in there by yourself.
And you're asking me how long it was. No memory. Hi, who are you? Sorry, but then I was able to do it on my own. It was pretty good. Should have been around the first time I shaved without her. That was pretty interesting.
You had a guy helping you.
Here at home.
Oh.
Here at home.
Yeah, I came home and you had toilet paper stuck all over your face.
Yeah, but it was finally a shave. I'd been in there for 4 weeks. And my beard it can get heavy, really heavy. And I think the whole hospital told this guy to come in and shave me. He was really a nice guy. I'm not going to make fun of him.
You were complaining about it, so they sent him in to help you.
I don't remember complaining about it.
You were complaining because you had a full beard.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was obvious. But a nice kid came in and helped me, and he didn't really do a bad job. I mean, really.
Mm-mm.
And he goes, you want me to get up underneath there? And, you're a little paranoid, but he did a great job. So, no complaints about the hospital that rough.
What about your doctors?
At that hospital?
No, any of them. You absolutely love just about every single one of them.
Well, my VA doctor I'd met years and years and years ago when I was at the VA working. And he came in, the first time I met him, he came into the hospital. It's odd, I can remember all that.
Mm-hmm.
And he was brand new. He had just flown in because he was from New York. And he was asking questions about where this is, where that was. And then I had to come out from their police station. And I showed him around. I walked up and down and showed him where everything was. And I'm thinking to myself, really kind of a nice guy. And then I walked away from him. Let him be. And he became my doctor at the VA.
He just since retired about a year ago this next month.
Yeah, that was sad.
It was. He was a good guy. But you're a neurologist too?
I have a hard time with it.
Remember, he's down at Regional and we got to go up to the 3rd floor?
Oh, I thought we were on the 1st floor. Who was the one I pull up there? Oh, that's the different one.
Are you talking about the heart doctor?
Yeah, I guess.
That's at Providence.
No, the guy we went to.
Oh, on Lake Otis?
Yeah.
That's your kidney doctor.
See, I got all kinds. The kidney and all the rest, there's stuff that just sometimes goes wrong. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
He's very good.
We frequent the hospitals quite regularly, don't we?
Yeah, we drive up, and it's kind of like driving to a drive-in. Hey, John, what would you like this time?
Yeah, they know him. So, speaking of me bothering you or interrupting you and finishing your sentences, like when we were at the doctor last week and you made a comment that I was your memory,
Yeah.
how does that bother you?
It doesn't. It doesn't. It helps. It's a little frustrating for me because I'm trying to remember it all, and I think she sees it in my face and eyes, and then she helps. But then I just get frustrated. Why couldn't I think of that?
Because you're missing part of your brain. And it takes a while for
It to come around.
the new pathways to find. It's getting better and better. Is there anything else you want to talk about, or?
When she writes you, she's speaking from the heart, and she's about the best person I've ever met, and I don't even want to try to tell you how many people I've met over my years. So, if she's writing to you and telling you something,
I
it's
don't
from her
write.
heart. Well, if she talks to you and you're listening to her, then no, it's from her heart. Okay, that's all I wanted to tell you there.
Well, that was very nice. Why are you being nice to me today?
Because you got the money.
Oh, yeah. Should we talk about the hoarding and the food issues that have changed since the stroke? He does not want to get rid of anything. I've gone through the house and cleaned up a few times, and this poor man hangs on to a lot.
I'm sorry, I have no reasoning for it. I don't. But if you give me another one of my pills, maybe it'll come to me.
Great.
I'm kidding.
Great.
I'm kidding.
What about the other medical issues, like it's caused you, like your kidneys and
Kidneys went down.
your gallbladder this last couple of months ago?
I don't remember much about the gallbladder, believe it or not. I just remember getting out of the hospital.
It was because of the anesthesia.
Oh.
So stroke victims have a hard time of coming out of anesthesia after they've had a stroke. And so, what was it, for like a week you were still coming out of it?
I couldn't tell.
And it wiped his memory for the week before that. I mean, it totally took a toll on him. And you can't, let's see, we've been together almost 30 years and you can't remember.
No, a lot of it.
Yeah.
Some of it just kind of.
Do you remember what you called me after the stroke?
Woman?
That was close, though.
No.
Wifey?
Wifey? Hey, nothing wrong with that. Better than waking up and looking at her and saying, hey, bitch.
Great.
Well, that was part of my brain. It was just stuff that, you know.
The nurse told me, she said, be thankful he knows who you are. And I said, yeah, but he doesn't know my name. And after a while, it came back. What is my name? Not bitch.
Well, Francis, we have it going now.
Okay, is there anything else you want to?
Well, if you're watching this, yeah, this will be a little weird for me to get out, but I'm trying. If you believe in God, and you wait for Him to send you one of His angels,
Oh, stop it.
He did. Because my first wife was the actual princess of fucking darkness.
No bombs.
But then God said, well, that's enough. I don't have to do any more for him. And He sent me her. So, if you're out there waiting, she'll get there. Or if you're out there waiting, he'll get there. So, count on it. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay, guys, I think on that note, we're going to end this. If you have any questions, post them down in the comments. Hi, Memphis.
Wait. Can they meet my friend?
You want to say hi to Memphis? Say Say hi, Memphis.
Hi, Mem, say hi. You okay?
He doesn't want to. Anyhow, I think that's.
Yeah, I'll jump back on with her sometime when you need a good laugh. So she just
When you
wanted,
need a good laugh.
yeah. But
I wanted you to give other people hope that there was life after a stroke.
there is. I am living proof of it. I am. And there is life. And I wish that I had the x-rays with me to show you what it looks like. Because you see your brain, and then you see this big black clump up there.
That sounds like that old 80s commercial. This is your brain, this is your brain on drugs.
So I'd have much would have tried for the drugs rather than what I got. So at any rate, yeah.
But it's doable.
It's doable, yeah. You can do it. If something happens to you like that, you can do it. You might sleep for about 3 weeks, but don't give that any thought. You'll come back around. So.
They knocked you out for 3 weeks.
Did they?
Yeah.
Well, I thought I was.
You were intubated.
Oh, was I?
Yes.
The
And
things
then you
learn.
had ICU delirium.
Well, yeah, I don't know what else they could have done with me. And sometimes maybe she can talk to you about when I was trying to wake up. Some of the good stuff that came around then.
I already told them.
Oh, I feel embarrassed. That was the other guy.
No, it was you.
Thank you for letting me meet him. I was reluctant earlier, but...
Are you glad you did this?
For you? Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Why are you sucking up to me today?
Because I want to go to the store.
Oh, that was one thing we didn't talk about. You want to talk about your anger? How your anger's changed?
No, I'll get to that at a different time. Anger has changed a bit, though.
Short-tempered.
Hey? Just because I bark.
Okay. I'm going to put an end to this.
Bye. Thanks for listening.
We love you all. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And until the next episode. Bye.
Bye.